Well. Greetings to you wherever you are in this world. If it is afternoon, good afternoon, and if it's evening, good evening. Welcome back to For Your One, the station for the people, where the truth matters. You're live on the Truth Matters show. I do believe and do know truth matters in everything. That is why we couldn't think of any other name but Truth Matters. It matters in daily life, in our homes, in our job place, in each and every country. Invite people to join in, share, like, follow, subscribe. If you love what we do, we'll be with you shortly. So please do invite friends to come on. We have a lot to discuss today.
Ghana ba kupe adishimai Ghana ba kupe ye wobi wo baby ana debio sikampo anu meya adishimai Ghana ba kupe ye wobi wo baby ana debio eni ati dene atadwe asechire ne se Ghana fo e wa broche nyina didwumedie biaba Ghana ba kupe ayedi embre sumo sisi atoano yebo sign se shiahuni ni mudi aya kosua ne wa manone no yenya ankopon se emra so se yedi ba ye my Ghana mu be kire ne nchiri masunya ahoto enti Ghana ma ye wa manone nyina yenka ye humomwe sadi ebe ya ye da yesu betumi abemu.
Well, see da yesu betumi abemu a agisenkambum I just say nyina ya kan ho bom omomo akunto mu Ghana fo nyina ene omomo man Ghana mu say yankan ya ho ambom na ya get to a common ground, a common goal o man no say yesu Christ ania it will still be what it is until we all come together and change our mindset, change our understanding of things won't change. Bebre koso not only in Ghana, but around the world. And just this week, and so the vaccines that has been available, that has been approved by World Health Organization, Ghana, in your almost share. You bet pensemu, I say, is it a good thing for Ghanaians? Yeah, well, normally, trial. What of Ghanaians? What are they going to do? Are just going to line up people and give them dosage, or are they going to do their own clinical trials to see if it will work within the black people in Ghana? There are a lot of myths going on around this, but we will share the truth with you. I know you will tune in. Stay with us. Keep sharing what you're seeing right now. If you want this information to reach every individual in Ghana and even those in abroad, share this for us. Please do.
Sauna da suwa enko bebiara na ra wosam kwe wo mu ni se yeni anoma ye fenso so de kwa manone no bebre no na ri won kwa esne wona okodro yenya nkopon se enko aso na ye so na fedi ye di kwa wieye misramo o mai bebre be aye bia mana yeye yeso yedri yeso mai Ghana yeso ye betumi aya mana yeye or maybe to say Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Korea, China, Dubai, any of my own dopi, a power yasun one more menchiri menya auto. Nina say, Mommy and Nina come away. No baby any or baby or my Ghana, my I just say any around Grand Prix, Yadi Jatua Meradi. Sense adwa gospel in market rema so say Ghana man penny when you penny for a man nyina mo sorry waka na yeso mai mwe ni Nyankopon fa humobro o mai mobo no man menya huto.
Well, Nyankopon ho mai mobo na emu ni penyina enya hoto. Mema slaya kwaba na yedi dwumedi no ahye so. It was like Apomo.
You want to I'm sorry.
I just can't believe how far we are in this new year. Seems like we are done with February already. This is the last Saturday, just a day away for us to say goodbye to February and go into a new month. How fast is this day running so far? I just can't get it. I said time, no make it to where is it going?
Ebiasono de aduro no nse nipa biaso wo hwa de kwan na ese de wo pese mre no enkotem sese no akogia no mamienu sese obi ehwe kwan se ebe de na covid yakọ da wo hwa ma for prediction some dey ba ebi di akọhye me ebi di akọhye po ebi di akọhye june ebi kra september ebi kra de mo say this 2022 ho ba bi
some prediction is 3 years away.
Yes, it has to be a requirement 3 years no, and I'm here nearby. Because as long as we per creating them and nano air quantum. Now, see this way, none of the eternity, said this one, time, and the sign
I don't say to me because I said, oh, what I was a good at the actions. I broach for the alumni, and yeah. Ghana nkanka nkokon bebon kukuruku no say ba yeso ye de alam ena enyane e boy na odiso
kase obo ni kro mse wi asese de si kono sa na ekọ na emo nipa ni suade hunu no ena ehwe kwan se ebetwe ye twe ni suade hunu se ebe ye ni ntida ma yehu se ewi ase no ekọ ntama wo de hwe tamu miensa me ma tamu miensa watch about them. Watch about them. Watch about us. And now watch about us. Say, watch out. What a share for you. Dear, I tell that once actually, watch about them. It be other battery, I am and intend to say season. But some years I can't dear. There be our phone. Not a car, a pepe.
Wow.
Then you just said, Nano, get the nipa so I don't know. And I create nana a bay.
And may Susan and a content among
a content and the sister, the tianity. Then you pass over it, just what die and I said,
I don't say me tall, I say, eh, I said, Sienna Meadow, and I actually say, yeah, that's really interesting. So I thought, say, be a time no, a Dimrica, a Kobe, be was say, you're chasing the night, your money in Nakakra.
So, Scadiava is a yes, so be the name no aquashe social media crowd. We bet to us, oh, me that 8 o'clock, yeah, and 8 o'clock now, pass another pass there away.
We hear social media, right?
We call social media, we call Facebook Kakra, Waka Kawi Kakra, no by Instagram Kakra, no Kawi Kakra, no by YouTube. Be an Instagram video, we never look on YouTube. And when you were get there for 10 minutes, so 1 hour was spending. It's pass when Catani dear. There's a be out pass 8 o'clock when in Catana is a walk of 11.
Wow.
It is 3 hours only and social media. I cry no cry, we are now a phone at traffic, I'm drinking and go for me talk of no more. I know cry, no cast assassin. I wouldn't like a moon young. Oh, I don't know more queen. Yeah, Ghana for Pentaqua. I don't know that be our episode will be awesome. It's one as I would down on now the sub sound. Why your question and answer, call and respond. I no so do call 1 hour. Jaffo and now answer. And then they would now than so. And the Brenda Pasha baby cranty, whom says and Brenda I get to yet. And then the eternity.
Right. But I see her video way. Now, yeah, try a casano so a free a ho.
equitable distribution of the vaccines so far. 600,000 have come into Ghana. We're expecting a lot more to arrive in the coming weeks and months.
Mind you, the president has pledged his commitment to ensuring that all Ghanaians are vaccinated. We are talking about 31 million people, some of whom may be initially excluded from being vaccinated. For example, children who have not been trialed with any of these vaccines, and so the effect on their livelihood has not been ascertained. So we know for a fact that children are not going to be vaccinated, at least at this initial moment. There may be other groups of people who, though may be willing to be vaccinated, cannot accept the vaccine because of one or two reasons, and this is outside of those who refuse to take the vaccine for no reason. So we do have a Herculean task ahead of us.
That's very true.
To achieve herd immunity.
And that's why I earlier made the point that even as the vaccines arrive, we should not become complacent, because even if the distribution started today, it would not get to every Ghanaian immediately.
And what the studies have shown us also is that even if you do get the vaccine today, you do not get automatic immunity. So the foolproof way still remains social distancing, wearing your mask, washing your hands with soap under running water, and then basically keeping to the protocols, avoiding crowded spaces, because there have been instances in the West where people have received the vaccination and have still gone on to be infected. However, the plus side for them is they do not get as sick, and they report even milder symptoms because their bodies have been exposed to a system which allows antibodies to be produced.
And you mentioned the issue of children. It's instructive to note that just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital in particular did make all of us aware that Children's Ward had been inundated with cases of COVID-19. Indeed, at the time, we're told that some children had lost their lives, at least 2 had lost their lives as at that time. But previously, we never heard cases of children contracting the disease, the virus in the first place, and to go on to die was very unfortunate. That the new variant appears to be affecting these children, but unfortunately, they cannot be vaccinated, at least not now. What it then means is that even when the vaccination starts rolling out, we still need to protect our children as well.
We do, and you would also recall that the Ghana Education Service, as part of measures to protect these children, made the very, authoritative decision not to go ahead with.
All right, so this video is all about the arrival of Covax vaccine that for COVID-19. It arrived in Ghana this week. But I do have a lot of questions about this. So I'll let Sly come in, ask him my questions, see if he's got any answers for me. And if you're Ghanaian and you're watching, I will urge you to call when I open the phone lines. If you have any contribution, you have any questions, please do so to ask. But upon study and a little bit of research and stuff, this is what I do know, that AstraZeneca vaccine that is for COVID, on my end of mass production, and World Health Organization approval for use in 92 poor countries, and they've started distribution, and they started this week. That was on Thursday with Ghana. So Ghana was the first among the poorest country to receive their first consignment. That is about 600,000 doses, Eco Ghana, to be administered to all to Ghanaians, and it will start out with the health workers, to the government workers, and maybe to those who qualify for it. But let's see this. Does this vaccine really works? Will Ghanaians accept it? We do have videos to show Ghanaians via media and they are not ready for this. And well, I'll let Sly come in before I add whatever I have to it. Sly.
Ska.
Yes, ejabo, ejenya bedu.
Eja papa.
Eja papa wa hu.
Eja fake, eja fon pa na bedu.
Ale.
Eja se ko wukura kaye.
Hey, yes,
on Thursday but premiere no kase me ra papa man ka try number and I'm so shameful and it's so totally disgrace to us as a Ghanaians. Scarlett, look at this. This vaccine, the research is from Oxford. Omo prepare vaccine, omo prepare no in India. Omo administer this vaccine in India. India hona omo na mo ye no India for na andi ago. India for no a ye in India mass production na mo ye wo India. India krono yan faka say okay mo na mo bua e kra no mo ni ni paka kra yan go mu bi.
So if World Health who aja to ma I don't know mudi to mu what clinical trials did they make then who am no mudi administer to what study have they done into mudi to ma or my into mass production and send it out to and they are saying they are helping the poor countries and so should they be before no or whoever or whichever country you're in that is poor and will be receiving this vaccine through this program no should they go for it?
Ska say your president Akufo-Addo eno ga MPP aban etimi tira ho ema WHO etimi tira ho kase omudi vaccine ema ekura ehia wo mo na yetimi yi Ghana sa Ghana na ehia yetimi afa ko Sudan yetimi yi Ghana sa Ghana na ehia ya fa bia ko Uganda yetimi yi Ghana sa ya Ghana na ya fa bia ko Victoria Guinea yetimi Ghana sa Ghana na ehia kura among refugees was in Yafabian Koho. But Ghana is the most poorest country. First, we have to say Ghana and Edikayu. That's one of the other. And here for the Edikai. It's very disgrace.
You know what? But studies show, if we check the richest country in Africa, Ghana, and it also 9 in resources. So, and if you check the world chart, the most poorest country, Ghana, and number 1. The 60th. So, in this case, we have population and their GDP, wise and everything. Why should Ghana be first to receive this vaccine?
Let's look at statistics. The actual statistics. Death rate in COVID in Ghana. We are within 500 to 600 range. What is the death rate on COVID? No, in India, it is higher than Ghana. What about they don't want to tell us that in African countries, Ghana and the crowd death rate highest than in tobacco in Ghana for Ghana nipa one Ghana. I don't know years or we use as a sample now.
I think that's what it is. They're guinea pigs.
This is trial error. It's impossible that I am paying for something. The first time I used to the best year, Sabi, Nyansa Kakra was Adiemo. Polo Badi, the first vaccinated that way. And the Polonti, and correct the penny at the warm. Ebi efra ebi sa kwakwa ebi echachacha ebi ntimi nante ye kabi nan ebi kwapoma ebi tiwichem enti ye nsua sa de we because of greediness and selfishness obi ka kra de se no bontonti or kra pusi basi we aja magana for say front line ahifo.
So
somebody there since I better offer starting what ministers in MPs no.
I think they'll be getting this
ministers no. Obi the one ministers no the one MP no survival then they will give it to the rest of the Ghanaians. Ska uche vaccine uche eke na iya. Eno 90% o. 70%. 93 to 95.
Yeah, so it's 70% effective, but
70%.
And the cost is $4 cost per dosage. But in this case, why is it say Ghana Health Ministry Omumba contacted Obi for vaccine? They couldn't contact those in the UK or here in the US, or even wait for Johnson and Johnson's vaccines to be approved, because that one is showing more promising than all of these other ones out there. that are already taking effect are more AUSU because and fight other diseases.
Ni nyina ya ade afrontia. Ade afrontia. Ade afro enchanya se ade afro kukwasia. Ade afrontia. So Ghana 24% just say we don't have enough. Etimi ama and be my research, even though the research corona, those vaccines that have been certified. And people can tell say it's go up to 90%, 95%. Until we can't go in for this. If you want to give vaccine to people. Now something that is 70%, now 90%, 95% because it will grow more by maybe 95 from now 70% now the money.
Well, so according to one of the leaders in the health, say they contacted some of the companies that will produce vaccines, and the only company that responded was AstraZeneca and one Sputnik in Russia, and they are going to get some from Russia as well. So this is it, and Russians are giving them theirs, that Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine, at a cost of $10 per dosage, and they are expecting to ship in 10 million doses to Ghana. So in this case,
Scar, when you say Putin, even the Russia for the nuclear mind, Putin as a president to cross one. Or say the vaccine in his own country as a president, also one. Or no scientist for practice. And great genetic income to the nation. Also as a president, cross one. Never can afford the property the other. Sometimes I don't know. During this COVID, there was a lot of videos going on social media, and people were talking about it, how they are going to use the Africans as a testing point. Now, okay, no just allegations. It doesn't have basis. They waited for time. Every nipa baby I do know. I feel to say ever. Scott, we are taking it was allegations. There was a lot of videos on social media talking about this vaccine. People open their mouth on camera, talking about how they're going to use this vaccine to emulate a lot of us. And still, we're still going for that.
Okay,
so this guy, let's make it clear. Before to this vaccine, the NPP government will use this as a campaign.
Okay. So
this is a donation.
Yeah, it was donated to them from
it's a donation. It's
World Health Organization.
Ministers like who pallet to say yeah 6 months.
This is much the crap, but I don't see I want some now the need of celebrating that 6 March. Is it important? What are they celebrating? They're going to be 64 years. So what have they got to show for that 64 years of independence? No, I didn't know more show for that. And is it worth spending money and time on, or is there somebody use scandal for Impuntujuma to help the people? And I want to compare these two countries today, Rwanda and Ghana. We'll compare. We'll do a lot of comparison, population-wide, GDP, also what the president has done with the country so far. Near Ghana, so what is going on there? Africa, Kronuman and Inyina Ewo. Na ayada in Africa Kroba could be set example. Na I see them as they will be leading Africans soon. I don't see Ghana doing that because say corruption Ghana for Ajatum. I am ranking them the number one most corrupt country on earth.
Yes.
On the surface of this planet, under the sun, Ghana is the number one corrupt country ever to exist. With all their leadership, with all that God has blessed this nation with, people are still suffering. Why should children still sit on bare floor or sit under trees to learn? telling me you've given free education. Yeah, that is important, but sending your kids to school to sit on the background to learn. If you're a leader and your kids go to school, a good school in the sense, hey, they don't sit on the bare ground or floors to learn. They sit on chairs. Even I don't know, some of these schools have air conditioning and stuff. And you see other kids in part of Ghana suffering like this. Is it humane for people to go through that? No, it's not. So I'm still back on this vaccine again. Then again, should Ghanaians line up, or should some of them volunteer to be used as guinea pigs?
Scott, even you say, look at the picture on the screen right now. Nipa ekuwe. All that they need right now. Nkwara muti for musuade, unu made omu hia. Omu hia no ma miensa pe ska. They only need 3 things to control the virus. 3. 1, mask. 2, soap. 3, hand sanitizer. Period. Which is most cheap. That's also got vaccine with $10 per one. In total vaccine, 70% now. I hear clear about 70%. You know, after 70%, you know, are they still going to use the mask? Are they supposed to also still wash their hands?
And even
are they still supposed to also use hand sanitizer?
Even these vaccines don't work on children because they don't have enough data. They've started trying it on kids out here in the United States. That's the ones that have been approved by FDA. You know, almost a clinical trial on kids. So kids are not even qualified to get these vaccines yet. So when our Ghana, what are you going to do? Are you just going to administer them to all the kids or what? Ready to kill the next generation? And I said, what is going to happen?
Stop. I heard one from this health centers, one of the leaders on the Peace FM. I forgot his name. I wish I can. But let me continue my baby. I say even though we need the first consignment now, they also have to take you to the lab and check. Say vaccine, and you can't control the disease, Here's the case of vaccinated man, Scott. Yama 95%, Yama 95%, Yama 70%. And the 30% that I can. Contemporary and I said, Bunobunu Mukudin so, and San Omega 13.
I have no clue. You got me.
I'm totally, you know, when me taste someone that tells them, who you know. In fact, up to today, I'm not so, happy.
Okay.
I'm not happy at all. Sir, your penny for can wait. Obey to Myanmar. WHO a side you are Ghana. I total disgrace. I am going to at time. Some of the Nigerians are no more promoting a promotima or Ghana penny for them.
I Ghana for Bibo say, no.
They say, someone on Germany. Scott, I said, they know, say, the illiteracy in Ghanaians, no, I will form, excuse my language. Because where I can say, no, Ghana, you know, Jotia, say, vaccine number. So what could you say? At the say, if we hear a gentleman and Sakaya, on their politicians, they can. And the 22 or young people near the Timbasa, oh, my bad, the vaccine number. Ya, no, I'm the idea, I bet you. Ya, bribe on what you vaccine. Ya, bribe on to I didn't share what you vaccine. Okay, so let's look at it this way. So this same vaccine went to Germany, and they did administer some. But our chancellor, no, Angela Merkel, say, "Oh no, on your vaccine be." The reason is saying here, the report we're getting is say, or say, or brew age, so the age limit. Saying said the Covax, no, can only be administered up to age 65. Yeah.
Until older folks from 66 and up can get that. So why would you make a vaccine and say a certain age group can get this vaccine? But World Health and Strategy vaccine atum. And so in this case, no, adena your mom penyin na a health ministry war Ghana a call for this same vaccine, which won't work for a certain group in Ghana. But yes, still makwaje. Is it because you're free now? Yeah, the more money in Tiana because free now. Was say I can't want some way before me. It seems like before die a free medasi and no penny anymore. We can't put in money for the country because there are a lot of people in Ghana. There are a lot of doctors over there. There are a lot of scientists that can do their own research and stuff. So why can't this government put in a certain amount of money? Say, you find your research and COVID started all of last year. No, they start their own research and start planning on their own than to wait for the white man say on quiet vaccine and mom.
Scar, I never come into what you said since this in the crisis. If no one country in Africa, and a bit me afford the cramp now, they should have maybe even if West Africa or some of the Africans coming together. A little contribution, sponsor some scientists. We did because you want to say the weather in Africa is different from the weather in Germany. It's also different from the weather in US, even in Asia. Until a trouble you are a Juma a day when you pay Abra American. If you want to call a Jumasa. What you say? Until you want to say, and then be 14 hours. How can we sit down? Now we are playing the vaccine no the about. South Africa, they order for what? 1 million doses. 1 million. Open chest can buy you. As a buy from some I didn't get. About the cry. Not their own money. I buy it on my casa call love and got to say I don't say no I didn't get papa. It other orders on put in place on what the only reason we are so outside the Goa, I won't use Subobia. As you have been because say we Matisse Tuesday, President, the no for the ball face. Your party are trip, pure water, go, you the pure water now.
How old is Sakufado?
He's 70 something.
76, right?
76, yeah.
And if a chancellor in Germany, the German chancellor, Angela Merkel, saying so was 66 and this vaccine is no good for her and she's not going to take it out. Why should a president in Ghana who is 70 years and over, so 75, 76, 77, should sit down, say and fast same vaccine and what reactions do you think he will have?
Scar make out to say, Emra, Obia no 76 years no. Embrana yes no, it will be asino. The UN almost share, the UNICEF for share, the youth for share, the ECOWAS for share, the African Union for share, and then you start. You were European country, the uncle, and you were African country, the uncle. The European country, being a five, as African country, near one. Now, is so sad, said they classify African continent as the poorest continent. But when they come to the nations, they give them the list. And then the people who are rich, to tell you, the rich must be richer. And who are. I don't tell her, or now tell us 60 years, 60 plus long. But to them, my African, maybe, my penina, when you're the same age, a castle war, what tell you the also because of age, it's okay. But to them, my African, Ghana, Nigeria, Nibi, and can say, okay, we'll probably need to fear back with you, and this is what they are missing. But now say, I had one of my friend was Germany. Our friend the country say, Quarano, yes, in Quarano, oh, my man, what the Emma Parani best school. A Quarano saw best school, you have a Japaran. Now it's a problem. Oh, would you want yet? Oh, no, Krawayan, I say, so I hear of a so 2 quarters Ghana there 5 years. Now what is shown no my mujua no good bed because I say no almost some walk around
na vaccine omunye ni try on life and so moya try omun get enough data and then force say now this too no it shouldn't be forced it has to be voluntary to all volunteer to go for it and now or go for it and this is what we've learned too that World Health Organization so I put in compensation for those who get severe reaction to this vaccine. So how much are we talking about here? Nobody knows.
Scott, what do you mean severe reaction?
Like
to what point?
Like
headache. Stomach pain.
No. It has to be severe to the point of death.
When we talk about death, we have a compensation to come on. Compensation to come on. More people that you have got us all. We have got some of you to bitters anything we hear. You want the vaccine, we have got us Okonom sebi na allergic to something man we here. Okodi abro and allergic to abro. Owu ya wo wie. Na se bibi ya wa. I want abete mra no beka. Na no kwa bedu Ghana ban se mo ho abete dia attorney general no beka.
Okay.
Na fra busu afo aka say ya hihwe according to our research no. Nipa na get vaccine the cool. There was somebody over here in this country here, America. Na busu ni bi ko wo bi in about a week and owu here. Was you and the crowd say na Ghana. Oh, scap. Media, Gamia the Crony, your penny for no, among we and Massy. The prayer mark, a guase straight. Some to me, ya this out vaccine by ya, and no yes, who could ya.
Yeah, because the same vaccine, Germans are saying there's all more. And yes. As of now, they have over 1 million doses in a storage.
Yes.
I almost said they are refusing to get it. So, then World Health, they're putting it together and sending it to the poorest countries. That I don't get it. Why? What is in this? What is the deal in this? We need to know. All Africans, at least, if the leaders wouldn't do anything, all Africans should wise up and wake up and stand against this and say no to this vaccine until say near yaja tum ewo US hanomo and UK ayade war mono and no bet to me abba those African countries knowing say what the US and the UKs are using is what the whole world will use no aja tumuno. Everybody should say no to this. Let's watch this video. I really want us to get an understanding of what we are talking about here, so let's watch this.
Okay.
We will not allow Sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep Sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions, and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is. And whether it is Europe or US or now China, it's always the same. We need Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them dirt cheap. Okay, so that's the message. It doesn't mean to say that there's nothing Africans can do. Of course there is. Okay, but this is the opposition that they're fighting. This is what it's about. Because if Africa does do something different, I assure you living standards of all those in Europe and North America and Asia is going to fall. Okay? And that is a big price to pay. I assure you that the West is not going to allow that without a big fight. Okay, so this is what it's fundamentally about. What I want to show you is how these structures are operating. It's just 20 minutes, so we can't do very much, but just to give you a little bit of an idea. And why I keep the ideology part there is because we are part of the producers of ideology. At universities and academic institutions, we are complicit in this whole enterprise. Okay, so the job of many Western academics is to convince Africans they have to keep doing what they're doing. Okay? And to show them it's your fault that you're poor. It's not our fault. It's your fault that you're poor. You know? So this is what we do in academic institutions, and I want to show that as well. We just start. This is what it's basically about, so you know what it's about, but I want to just show you the extent to which Africa is specializing in the production of raw materials and basic agricultural goods. We know the basic forces that have caused this underdevelopment. We know it's colonization. I will not discuss that very much because my colleague speaker is going to go into some aspects of this. But I do want to discuss the global economic structures, the global financial institutions, and economic ideology, briefly, to give you a flavor of those. Let me start with this. You can't really see it so easily, but if those of you who are interested, you want the PowerPoint, I'm sure we can make it available to you. But the thing that you really need to see is the top line. Okay? And the extent of dependency is captured by this statistic at the top. Okay? And you compare it with all other income groups, and what you see is essentially in that one statistic how dependent Sub-Saharan Africa is on raw material production. Okay? This is the very heart of what makes Sub-Saharan Africa beat. Okay? Here, just to have a look at one very important additional statistic, with all this export coming from Sub-Saharan Africa, how much does Sub-Saharan Africa account for in terms of global trade value? We know there are vast resources coming from there, but look at the bottom line in terms of global trade value. Look at that. 0.5%, 1975, 0.95%, going down to 0.1. To 0.1. Meaning that with all these vast resources being produced, how much are they getting for it? Nothing. Nothing. This is a very significant piece of data. Then I just want to show you what has happened to Sub-Saharan Africa, because what we know, and from all studies, no country ever develops without manufacturing. Okay, producing raw materials will not take you anywhere. Producing basic agricultural goods will not take you anywhere. And let's have a look at how much manufacturing activity takes place in Sub-Saharan Africa. We can look over the last 15 odd years, 15, 20 years. And we see manufacturing has actually declined as a percentage of the total.
Well, just this should just give you just an overview of what we have at hand here, what we're looking at, what is expected of Africa, what the continent has to be. Nobody should attend to its people. Nothing good should come out of there. All they need is the raw material. If Africans decide to manufacture, to produce, or to add value to their own resources, the Western will collapse. All they do is depending on Africans' resource to build theirs. So if you're an African, what will be your thoughts right now? If you are an African, what will be your thoughts? I am really, really sad learning this, to hear this. They want you to be where you are. Don't be productive. Don't add value to anything. Continue to play the blame games. Since we can add value to our own things, since we can build up research labs to research on our own, to help the people, this is where we'll be. And if we don't wise up, that whole continent is going to be destroyed. It will. If not now, down the line. This makes me so upset. Really upset. Sly.
Scott. I'm out of what say the way you know. Now, what's your summer work now? This structure, no, and then was it from 1975? It was, our production was 0.5. 1975. It was 0.5. Now we are in 2021. Now we are on 0.1. We can do that. If it's 75, no, ever put the cross count, they say, and before me could come in us and they can count. So, Sakayana train up as a quite a second captain, the man can send a cry. You are trained up on 5 points, about 1.
It is due to corruption. All our leaders know is, let's go borrow whilst you have the resources, and they will be buying your raw materials at a cheaper price, which you haven't add any value to it. For them to add value, turn around and import it back into that country and sell it to you at a higher price.
Scott, you're not going to be a penny for a can Yanto made in Ghana, Yanto made in Ghana, Yanto made in Ghana. Scott, so what they are butcher at the other two, now the made in Ghana, the other two. I butcher the NF for actually made in Ghana. Added, the cost of production is very expensive. Let's look at this thing. Ghana need be a Juma. Look at the taxes a year, Juma. What made my foreign investor back was a 5 years tax free. 5 years tax free. Production Ghana. Guess what happened? The money don't sit in any bank. Bank, Apple Bank. Now, first coming to account to Apple Bank, the first coming to more of Bibusia. That Apple Bank's going to tell you, no, sisters coming in for so you know the Quasupa by the crew. And the time the Nina Juma, dollar word into what this Ghana citizens are not the Chinese embassy. Or the Chinese embassy, and they are converting to Ghana, they are putting accounts of China money. Now, all the product I like Ghana for to me China, or to me Hong Kong, or to me India, or to me Singapore. Some of the European countries come from, but guess what happened? Or when you have your agent, I'm Ghana. Into one and over as a China confirm, or should there be will agent to her. So we have to take another place, so we'll call China. Price of Obama, and the price is into Ghana. Ghana get for 10, so we'll confirm what I did in my abbey duty. Why? How can a citizen and a foreigner import the same goods, the same quantity, about a duty and a harbor? As who was a citizen and boy at the it's even higher than foreigner. Why? We are sleeping in our own.
This is all due to corruption. Mama corruption, Eddie Hene. Ewa Ghana. Corruption, Eddie Hene. Ewa Africa assassin. Corruption, Eddie Hene. Eko sida bay. Ghana leaders, African leaders, you said no to corruption. When? Because we had the richest on that continent, even Ghana alone. Why should our leaders treat the citizens like this? Why? I need answers. Like, somebody should answer this, and we need to hold somebody accountable seriously to all that is going on. Because it's about time that the leadership and the governance, especially in Ghana, things has to change. Things must change. Because senya corruption no na edi hine. Anka ministerial posts this government appointed. We still have more. Some of them have questions because be a bisawama. Answer them man onyama one line or say thank you. What are you thanking them for? And if I am part of this vetting, none of you guys will be passed through to get that appointment. And the president and his office have to nominate somebody else. Because why am I opposed that? Now when to me accounted for the past 4 years, God, you're designated to War Department and to me and your Juma, I was so I want us to watch this. I don't want to deviate from what we're talking about right now, but I want us to watch this and address this issue before we go on, because I really want to talk about the vetting and the ministerial posts across Ghana. I still be a kind of up till now. I'm more saying I be gaining this position you're going for another 4 years, and it'll be 4 years of the same thing. Nothing will change.
Are cancer, AIDS, all of the both men could dream up.
Yeah, it's for the purpose of sterilization and population control. There's too many people on the planet we need to get rid of. In the words of Bill Gates, at least 3 billion people need to die. So we'll just start off in Africa. We'll start doing our research there, and we'll eliminate most of the Africans because they're deplorable. They're worthless. They're not part of this world economy.
Well, it's on to you. We are worthless. We don't add to anything in this world economy. Africans are not part of it because Moon produces all we produce is raw materials. We don't add anything. And if I should tell you, say, this COVID that came, it was purposefully invented to hit Africa. But say right? And I'm and that whole continent will be wiped out. Just with one virus. And on top of it, moment to me and set up research labs to do your own research to come up with your own vaccines. You are still waiting for the worst to get you vaccines. And I ban magic. Now, do you know what is in there? Do you know the effect and the outcome? If Germans won't take this vaccine, why should Africans take it? If Germans are saying no to the same vaccine, why should Ghanaians say yes to the same vaccine? I need answers. If we start holding our leaders accountable, I know I see a lot of stuff on social media, and what I do see is insult. That when you keep insulting the person over and over, they won't do what is right. They will keep doing the same thing. Nothing will change. But if we will hold them accountable, instead of putting insult on them, but to hold them accountable for all the wrongs they are doing, they will start thinking right. They will start thinking right and start doing the right thing. And start putting money in research labs to research for our own thing. I really hate it. We already have answers. We already have a wardrobe to that. Dan say a bet senase. Ama yare abe fa asasini no mu. Then emu asofo a hye nkomtro. COVID ba ye omo kan say ebe wash out within the next 28 days or so. We are still in it tonight and still killing people. Vaccine bano and on so for nso ehu anka say bia nyame my solution. This is the vaccine. I found more Africans to start working on it, but instead you best spend iska e dey top big cars near tim munham roads in Ghana. Cars na efa na ya modefa. Look at the roads. We spending much money to buy big cars, wasting the money buying cars, building houses for your mistresses, wasting it on unnecessary things that won't benefit anybody but you, being selfish, being greedy. Now $200 million have been allocated for sanitation, and on top of it we do have a sanitation ministry in Ghana. But look at Accra, look at the other part of the country. In Kumasi, it's even worse. There are trash everywhere. Rubbish everywhere. We can't even clean that up. nsuo to a efa nipa because all those drainage lines are choked. This must stop. There has to be a change. Black men, and they always say black men with black sense. Do you want it to be true that a black man has a black sense? You want that to be true, and that is how the other colors see black. And tell you what, I don't call me black, I call me brown, because when you look at my skin color, I'm not black. And if you need a black color, it has to be like as black as this. This is what black is, as this microphone. That is black color. I am not black, I am brown. So if you associate yourself with a black and you also have a black mind, this is what we get. This is what we will get. When is the change coming? When would we change our mindset as Ghanaians? Say at na say atwen aban no aban ni nye ni ya timemufo no so den ye because menyu ni say aban ena de baller. I know say the baller na egu ho no. I don't think say bra aban ena de baller ni gu ho eye ni padasani eye bibini ena de baller no egu ho bibini pao ena de baller na egu ho enti say wa wan sorry no we cleaning it up. Who will do it for you? When the rain comes and the flood starts, who is going to save you? Sly, come in.
Scar, I thought last let me tell Dr. Coleman Kruma, the speech, independent speech. Now me tell and again I'm say na this seminar work I know we try to na say na we gonna no just say o say na nipa tuntum ewo akonya ewo ahoden say o na betimi atoto no no mai o say the black man is capable of taking care and controlling his own affairs.
I don't think so.
That is on the speech. These are one of his biggest year independent.
Yeah, and only if you no or full so you're capable in doing that. But what the man and what did he also do?
Kakenya me or Africa born. Yeah, sir. You who say the petutuma here we hear we are see would be an argument and yani nipedia a tumi any sika asa. So many petutumska any to me what on. Oh yes, sir. Oh you massa. Oh yeah, massa. That's what insanity. In the among way you have done for them who said because of greed, Kakredi admission bottom beyond. I did get the quadrant of your pussy. And it's true. Here, Scout, your tear saying. Okay, let me give you a typical example, okay? I have a number of men in India. I know about in China. I know I want Dubai. I know I want Hong Kong. I want Japan, Singapore. I call Ghana now. I am manufacturers no. I have the bag Ghana some better price. Baby, it's the buyers who go into the factories and place their order. Open a corporation order. Now order the days, weeks, months, and so they deliver man. Look at Ghana. Coco me to flake your for this quadia. I will some say, you are to flake your phone. Omo back your phone iska. No me the good ship. Omo the good ship here. Ya the aba so yiko said about you. You be to realize oh Coco no crabo. Mukoko ne ni nefe. Mukoko no craba ni kura moha. Mukoko no craga nyakono. Mukoko.
So whatever they want is what they pay.
$80. I $10 no. What's a member $2?
A honey, you come again twice no.
Yes, therefore you are for the into I can't walk on the other. One more press after all pass first man was in the Safako. I tell the person, Milo, Obetma to Milo, Milo Ken, Obetma to the Krumwa. with dollar. But what could do Ghana, it will be cheaper than the one Ghana. Milo, I didn't work. Ubetumato Nkrumah. What could do Ghana, a better cheaper. And what the since super it's less than $1. Be quite 89 cents. But I hope I'm able to I didn't make a CN or Ghana native. You have about 7 cities, 8 cities. Why? What is it? They have invested, they have give a lot of loans to the Africans. And now they are the people who have to manipulate us. How can I tell you? I put for the top of my when they come to say the African Union and I because of the car. When you want to China for a business or the China for car, the China the car. What the America for car, the America the only the amount of the car. Into whatever they say, and then the one from Sikama, who soon be. And the more of the couple million, some of them another 1 million come. Now, I just said, let's look at this. And Japan did not come so bad, Japan did not supply and say, oh, company now, about profit. And that's about cow, about profit. Profit is a man or some pay, the top company, you know. Now, the task, Nancy woman in the day, and so people are PNS who are Kebeton. All the big companies in Ghana, what about company be there, a year mass production. And what a lot of workers are, who bet my cousin, Saudi, a company, a Ghana media. Company Ben or Ghana, what like I said, Ghana company, a Ghana media. Yet, as a Ghana big we even don't have our own network. MTN, they are covered for South Africa. Tigo, they are covered for Airtel, they are covered for Nigeria. They are covered for Yaba. Just the day this will be at the bar of book prayer.
Well, why not? Before I don't see it before having independence. More celebrity this independence, whatever they want to be celebrating next week. You know. Why? Because why do they go for loans? All the time, go for loan. And on top of it, what did the telecommunication and the media in Ghana? What am a Chinese company? Why should a country also want independence? Another country company and a managing media system. Ewa Ghana.
Ghana Telecom Vodafone. Ghana Telecom Vodafone Yamon. So now Vodafone is even controlling us, and Vodafone is from South Africa. You talk Vodafone when I'm MTN from South Africa. After you heard the I say Airtel, near coffee from Nigeria, near them. Company beer, who the company beer? Oh, because the company like Ghana media. Big company, baby. Company because the Ghana media, investment media. Another can need for full new Baku, new house, and then a other can. Company buy me production of Ghana. People enjoy it, not just in Ghana, but in the worldwide. You typically be America, you didn't go Europe, you didn't become a beer. I had Ghana media. What do you? Over Nestle Ghana, you see Nestle Ghana, over Nestle if you hear about it. You see Unilever Ghana, over your kings of the kings of Cranea, you see I kings of Nia, if you hear about company and Hadia. It is a Ghana by Asia. Unto we as a Ghanaians will bet to me a man to develop ourselves. We'll come up with something. See, all this raw material has got all kinds of if you are able to use the raw material for something, whatever the Western world is using the raw material for. So yes, we use our raw material and then yes, can you come here? Yeah, come here. Crap, my beef anyway. Scott, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I got it.
Isn't it a typical flosser?
Yes. So, I'm here. I didn't hear.
You use him.
Bamboo, where bamboo?
Yeah.
Scott, where bamboo? And then the bamboo crowd, I didn't know you should say a penny.
Yeah.
Any bamboo, never put trap. No one can another come back at home. Near the two pay. And you find your side will be more. Come on, toothpick. Like of free China. Toothpick with you.
Ghana won't be a view, right?
But the Ghanaians, the Chinese people go to Ghana. No more with bamboo, no. And now Ghana need bamboo, no. Or the good ship, at the ship, no, at the cop. China, they are playing some toothpicky. Now Ghana for your coffee, baby, yes. And then we suffer a chapter and suffer because of me. Also, be quite rich. Now, so about Ghana, the settle. Your cousin, hey, sister, my boy was so cool. Or the Norman by. I didn't know man over here. Oh, what didn't you about? What the name Papa? What did you? And when any person, yet I don't know. I was saying, baby, yet I don't know what was a hero, baby. I didn't talk to put us in the quadrant. And yet, they're London. I will be there for your Kunya. I don't want to land, I want to America, I want to in Europe, baby. No, sister, something, I need your back. Somebody didn't know me about that. If you also African, everybody was South Africa. I said, they can't go down a minimum. We're different, women say. Scott, until we the Africans, we the North Africa, we the Ghanaians, all the raw materials are ship up and the common in it. And you purpose Cocotabusian. Scott, see, and you see raw material now find you one something. You're from produce baby. Scott Africa, you baby. Now the men you are here, send your caneno, Naka, sir, Kepos one. Some Kepos walk or excursion. Who could do gate, sir, gate in the home. I know some of the brother to know. Say, I'm a young bra, a bedroom ribino. Sir, gate near the brother to your best near the gate part one. Now, yes, sir, large of ship in your catches the gate of no returns. Yes, I of hobby. It's okay, sir. There will freedom. The freedom now, you see, Africa has freedom by West. But on document, there's no freedom. On paper, no freedom. You can't say, oh, Ghana independence 1956. They say, yes,
57
years. 6 months, ooh, 64 years, why?
Well,
64 years, we produce.
Yeah, we don't even know why they want to celebrate that. But Nana Akufo-Addo, president of Ghana, the presidency for the past 4 years, before we win election and the campaigns for so be fight corruption on it there or a corruption-free man. Give me the chance, I will fix it. I can do it. I'll make Ghana better. Let's see from that time to now how far the corruption has been dealt with. So which me, I get rid of corruption in Ghana now. But in his presidency, added more ministerial posts to in the cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't think Ghana had a sanitation minister in the past, did they?
No.
He came up with that ministry, thinking, or with a hope, say, Obama Ghana, I am the cleanest nation on earth. I want us to look at it that way. So for the past 4 years, they had a sanitation minister. And $200 million was allocated. Not that money wasn't to clean up the whole nation, which I think it's even more than enough to clean up the whole nation. But that money was allocated only to Accra, to get Accra clean, because that is the capital. And in her vetting, in her own words, let's watch this.
Yes, I have the passport.
A portion of the World Bank's
$570 million economic pump for Ghana was to enable Accra to become the cleanest city in Africa. Specifically, $200 million was to finance the Greater Accra and Integrated Development Initiative. This initiative is a transformative urban project tailored to bolster the city to become safer, more resilient, and cleaner. What is the status of this project?
Mr. Chairman, the component for my ministry is $43 million, and I think I spoke about it earlier. That is to take care of the Odo Basin, to clean it up, and to cap the heaps of waste that we see around the basin. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You claim that your ministry had $43 million out of the $200 million. How was that $43 million applied?
Mr. Chairman, I have given the components out is to cap about 5 heaps around the Tantan and then the Odo Basin, and it's also to clean up the Odo Basin to make the channels open for water to flow in. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That's it. That is it. This is Guinean for you. This is Ghana for you. This is a minister who served for 4 years in a Akufo-Addo government as a sanitation minister. If this would have been in Rwanda, I know President Paul, he would not sit to see this. You'll be fired, you will account for all that money, and go to jail on top of that.
Yeah. 200 million.
What is President Akufo-Addo doing? Nana Akufo-Addo, what are you doing?
And you say you
what are you doing?
$3 million.
You are not holding your people accountable. All your appointees, all of them, in office before, they couldn't account for all the past 4 years. Sikai call into our ministry what the money was supposed to do. To me accountable for. So, this current vetting. Y'all, what is wrong with you? Leaders of Ghana, what is wrong with you? My brains na shrinking. My brains no are shrinking. Is it all because of corruption or what? When to me, answer no better mom, this is not enough. If you have passed this lady through again, this is not enough to pass her through for another 4 years. So no claim we said 200 million or amba the ministry na 43 million a buyer to clean up Accra. Put the pictures on there. Look at this past year, flood the sea Accra. All the time, people are being washed in this same Odo Basin, so-called she's calling it. Was it clean? What measures did she put in place? What was the position, the great position of the office? Check. Did she go out to see the job get done? Who is in charge? There is no leader in Ghana. Obviously, there is no leader. Nobody is abiding by the laws and the rules. From head to toe. Even from the president to the down bottom. Because nobody is holding anybody accountable. It's all about corruption. It's all about me. It's all about me, and myself, and I, and my fam. That's all. And to 43 million, and then and I use it to clean up the basin of Odo. Thank you. And that's it. So is it clean now? Miss Ma'am, is that Odo River, that line over there, is it clean? If it's clean, I want to see proof. Is it clean enough? When you even see some of this picture, it's really so appalling. You call this a country and a nation that people come from. Let me tell you what, I'm not proud of this country. I am not. And sometimes it's even, it's so shameful to say you're from that country. It is. Seeing all of this, seeing all the things that go on. When will change come? When will Ghana be a country whereby people in the country will say yen travel and so we want to live in our own country because things are better. We have better roads, we have better health system, we have better education, we have good jobs. The people are law abiding. Yedimraso. Menomon san men kaka. Me a police near me kwa jina kwan ho and set barriers and get sika from drivers. And me a driver near me kwa overtaking whilst I know that roads that I'm going on is not big enough to overtake another car. If the people will care, if they will care for their own self and the people around them, if you have a love for your neighbor as yourself, you will drive and drive carefully. You not go and drive recklessly because of us me kwaba. Now the more I me kwaba no, I me dini pa be kwaba no. That is how I'm gonna get more money, get more paid. And how does it end? This past week, accidents pa esiwa Ghana. School ni be twa road mu ka abona kunu. Omo mo tike mu me kwaba enko nkodu fie. Why? Because a greedy driver will want to overpass somebody and collide with another car because your roads and yet that wide enough. That is what we have. That is Ghana for you. When will there be a change? When is change coming? I need your reaction.
Scan of ball can fees also $42.
$42 million. We're talking about dollars here, not cities. More convertical cities now. Wow, and even SAS can say was say to your workers car. What does the door send of fire in that ministry? Sikado send or the tree or moka send a human a coy or co supervisor. You know, the last time I had our correspondent from Ghana on, and there were this flood going on in Ghana, and I kept asking questions. When are they building underground tunnels, channels to get rid of all of this? Because those open gutters are not helping Ghanaians. Why? Because when you say you bola engu drainage, so when the flood comes, it will be choked. The water won't go anywhere. It will back up and then come and wash the people over there. So when are we going to have covered underground drainage? And when I raised this question, according to the correspondent, the Office of President is saying, it will cost a lot and they don't have the funds, and so they are going to set up an office. And I asked, what do we need an office for? A sanitation minister can take care of that drainage stuff because you already have that. So why can't you add that to her job? And make sure the working, even that no one to me and Yanni there for the past 4 years. And what's saying by Yansan from Mobium, and then I'd be. And also say a mouse, Covax says, can mean son, cunning into cleaning job, no, would it be done? Is Accra even safe enough? Is that place safe?
I said, I can't over time. I want to at least what call baby to say, Caswan man to say, who free a crown moko. That's also bank and room, but far. Odoko ne dakuma ne ayi hosabia abeka ni sa awade asubie na ayarabo sempa say a whole minister power convert ni bisa sase no a emia na odi mai.
It's so shameful.
Ska on say be make say Ghana should go back. We should go back and adopt. We should go back and adopt this idea from President Kufuor and President Mills. It will help us. Until we go to that point, we can hold people accountable for any mistake, for any error, or for any risk to be disappear. Yeah. What is President Kufuor came in? Bibi say, "Offer so you and your cost of financial debt to the state." As so about cotton the young. Where you bet yourself? And what President Mills came in? I tell us, or say, Obia ways the minister declare assets. More than you know, make us yemiensa, me ma 5, me urinum you know, me say, what can you and to tell me, no, Bibi said the Kahua, you besides the corner away for him. And so, President Kufuor the anybody, you know, is for the Bayer politics. At a mess, the anybody, you know, MPP for the Bayer politics. But Nakaya Sempa, a idea in the baby of mine. Now, so another opposition is solitary in and yet you. A beer, yake. Scar, I am catching 43 million by Obi the mark of the true. Obias down by Bakum yourself, what talk as a boom. A be made a normal baby. So I can scar a pussy, and to that be a gun of the cup. Because at the end of the summer, yet scar a baby project. Now, a project near now we infect this problem with you. There be a problem I attended. Rules your phone will be a high now. Their job is to repair the rules. But I was a reporter said that room.
Oh, I even have a video on that. Put that video on. Let's watch a very huge pothole with a car. With this track, tire got stuck in it. And also everything what tracking is so no. And they are fighting over, and they are even fighting a policeman over it. So policeman then and then the video didn't even tell us say or no just go said then and they were really fighting this police officer.
I cry sir, no a mistake a question, Janice Adia. Other passengers on the job.
Let's watch this.
I mean, Scott, the problem of corruption is too much.
So this big old pothole no se nipa na tu yo say a sinkhole Selber friend is saying, I won't even say this a pothole. This is way huge. And I try the car I coach him don't even video it. But according to this video, meaning her boys know how they are trying to fill the hole. If they are really filling it, I don't know. How many holes are on this road or mufili or mujiska? Yeah, say to mbejiska because okrona edwuma obi anim raso obi ayani ope. It won't make no, I just can't feel hole. No, I'm a drivers to have a safe road to travel on. Hey, why not? They have put themselves to work. At least they are working to earn money. Because the rate of robbery, armed robbery, Ghana, really high. And also, Brabai, why? Because youth not dos, Sika. On mine did order V8 cars, trucks, SUVs, and many ministers, and my certain ministry, and my even crow be or what party office, keke, party office keke. So your director, or your chair, or your and the finance, or your whatever. Sky, do you order this huge, all this unnecessary tracks for them to use. Such tracks now more than a crowd. Quite bench na modifa. Quite na say na. So why don't you even use that money to fix these roads? I don't know before you do corruption especially Ghanaians. I am naming you the number one corrupt, and I've given it to you. Until there is a change, you always be the number one. Until I see this corruption being dealt with. There will be no more corruption. Everybody in Ghana will say no to corruption. Say no to corruption. A bit fee or my muno. You always be the number one. I didn't make us or hear the population in Ghana. Population is or hear GDP. It was true enough. Anke was say. Obi owo man nim huto no anka wo say ense so man ne bekwa akobo bosia anka wo say ye mpanyimfo leaders with good ideas who will put the people to work to produce, add value to their own raw materials. We are not doing that, but instead obroni aya ne car ni akwa odo e no de aba. Yade babe fa roads na aya monchimonka na sinkholes. I'm not calling it a pothole because this is way too big. Sinkholes awo mu no near the nam so no tie na bom boom na sorry na ekọ na eba. That is what we will do, because mubu gas free egu mu ka munti no, you order that and put mileage on it and go around the country thinking you're all cool and on top of it. You're not. You are not. This is so shameful and disgraceful. If you are leadership in Ghana, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be. Even winning this second term, you all need to be really shameful. It's so ashamed of yourself for what you've done in the 4 years and where we are now. And to tell you, Muslim best celebrate another in 64 years. This is not worth celebrating. There's nothing to celebrate. Show me why you've got to celebrate. Whilst people are on the road dying, why can't we come up with a legislature or a law that says, your roads no air too tight, we'll find way to expand it. So meanwhile, don't overtake another car in front of you. Don't do overtaking, cause enana air so accident ewa Ghana. Yes, though, you share more Ghana through accident now. Really high, very, very high. And our leaders will be down there, they would masquerade and go and sit in radio stations or TV stations and insulting each other. Instead of using this media platform to educate, to teach the youth, to create jobs, instead, waste time, talk about nothing. but nowhere at all. Insult on each other. Where has it gotten us? Ghana or mine do? You can come in. Because I'll go on and on and on. So I'll let you come in. No, that is wrong. That is not what politics says.
I said Ghana politics who intro dear. I saw what in the dear. I just saw who put down the car last one. Uma who you kakra.
Uma who you kakra.
Oh, like that's a book of Fubunya. Oh, maybe.
Now you be a question. I'll call one line and I'll say thank you, right?
Thank you, my lord, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
On the more serious note, a band say a child for Noah or with the parties netching or Muna or Mobo. A band see a mobro for and no more bro. Or your mobro for the down, but who say mobo? Why? A band say they were inciting these people to be on the street, to be on the road, to protest, to demonstrate. The more demonstration on what the language of the Siwa or voting ego ya cans a fried rice so apple juice mango orange you try a slide come the gum or can 2 minutes near man voting no one no or do what you no to care when I'm over 90 that idea agenda ye can't team na for quite
nothing.
These are things as hard time says obey your one p. Now we young so far so be let him go. Let him go. Obey a minister. Ye young so far so yes it's changing and China. What's the last time you can send me? Sir, ministerial positions here be you vet to make sure me help you. Because if we are to waste my time for 2 hours, 3 hours, let me tell you, listen. Nipa ni sema beka na school ya se na ofan ko a. You think nyanse bieni. Na nipa ni sema ka hutie pa wutu se and proper no waka. Asisto ni na nya brekasa. Oh, I saw her. I don't know if the president will listen. Now I'm more vetting, I mean, what the opposition, not even opposition, what some people say any person I think they should listen to them. There's I want no man at the parliament too. I want no man at the parliament. In Jumbo, which was a person swinging around. But behind the scene, guess what happened? No more push you. Behind the scene, no more push you. They'll push them to go. Open they are one. Every party on power or every party on opposition ska omo baby so na make kania mas omo isati na se egu afuni akasa ska omo ye one. Let me say something. Last week on the election petition, on the last vote, when the court Dr. Dominic Ayeni Taba on John Dekama Walkerson. Ujina Dekama Walkerson. Was in the statement you're making, the opposition party lawyer. I captured and said, as I know, okay, they were pre-judge until so a patron. When the bench asked him to come and use the same media to apologize or to correct the statement, all Kasano on his rights. His rights. Emphasize Davis, from Davis. On his rights. From the NPP. No, general rights. I don't know on any Kasa. You talk about this as a lawyer for NDCO, which is for petitioner. And then the another for the second responder. Only a drama or Kasa or church and the worker, or we are not Sakaja say, and take a question, you also be take a question on the point. Yeah, what?
So you mean they are fooling the citizens, right?
They're fooling us. I'm telling you. They're fooling the public. And because a mobile no more mobile. Yes. Where a Cassia come? Hey, oh my MPs 270 Obiabayan Land Cruiser. 270 Obiabayan Land Cruiser. 270 Obiabayan rent or accommodation allowance. Says Kano, Obiabayan MP 4 years Bia one Crabia or dine. Or hard dine or one fee. As a number was a cobium, or best at allowance. 4 years, there might be scar for Land Cruiser. This 4 years, Obesati another scar for Land Cruiser. Every minister biano Obesati scar. The most certain no crisis scar. One minister, a minister or a minister stroke MP. One MP Land Cruiser. Or by minister for a position so or some another Nika would be running ministry.
So in this case, it's gonna buy no allocate for all this nonsense. No, says Kano. Omo entumi mfa enya MBA adwuma e wo man ni mu e ma the youth no because me hear all these pay ministers neje and all those cars and benefits and all whatever they are getting now. That's Ghana. Omo tumi mfa me adwuma because youth enya adwuma enya wo Ghana edoso. And yes to we say maybe education free SHS. Omo ko school na wie na adwuma ben no ma beye. Even cry with this free SHS, you know, the hardship some of the students and some of the schools na femuno. Let's watch this.
Omunya nsuo fi baabi abiam gye se Ghana Water Company se koba ne se pipe twa na akoye hawo ne dadwene abeto school fo iso. Assistant girls prefect aye Marian Yaya wo kire hawo ene atete omo efamu. Ebu a nsuo kra before I say be ko prep. Ebu atap around na be try beka ebu boys dem twa no kra beka e bi atap ba ko ana mienu. Ti je se odi koja obi na akobu nsuo ha bro. Ebu a class 8 mi delay na prep enso 8 mi delay. Atuso mienu ewo school mu ho no nyina no enya adwuma sikasam ehoden emomo so menya bi ede asiesie no headmaster the school ya no ekirema emofra dodo no eburu ensuo no so kra eno nti abribia no ede ho kire ene bere omo elom se na day school nti no eniema eboa ma boarding school erale no na ebi ni wasa ensuo ka ho water company ema ebi na so no elom se kwara do so nti entimi so mo Adisiafo age omontete e wo school mu ho e wa afia pema hankro adioson wo mo de aso abofom ebetu mechanized borehole mienu e de ma school kasamafo e de ma ekoi e ye owura Abraham Kwakubonsu so the population no aye no wo mo nso ho problem nti ye ni head ina ya adwene ene the staff e ya adwene say han tedia ye metu nsuo e ma wo mo na nsuo no ye betu mienu me ma no side ene ma no side who can bear 300 million sikadada no yeah 30,000 yeah enem resikai yeah can say students aka no yeah groups aka no o munya dia yeyi emfanya nhweso de na o muso emra aya pampaso mu ye ne ayeyi obi beye bi no obi beye bi a na ma school no apeja die ekomgia ene omen eno nti anamo a 1970 year group for etui eye ni gisem kese e de ma school no pa nana awuku danchembo amane boni.
Well, ebi yo ma femu dia board of the government and the leadership of Ghana. Yeah, what my free SHS is good. It's a good thing you educate the people. And yeah, obi an kase enya de pa. It will be part of your legacy. It's really good. But the things that it comes with. Because to me, this free SHS, you have to start it from somewhere and build it gradually till you extend it to the whole country. But manesa, you be to move. You know, before implementing things, it needs proper planning. What are the things that will need? You have to be able to provide all. Answer, yashasi. This and happen. Yebiatum, ebiani, insio, and wedding. Minim say you won't want the only school. There are a lot over there. Media into me cover famba. And on top of that, doom so and so ashasi. So would nkwala ko school like a boarding school, let's put it that way. So munkwade sumun fensuya de. How is that going to be possible? Plus insure a necessity in life. You need water. The kids are not even getting it. But instead, in that past 4 years, a minister of education awarded mathematical set a company to be provided for middle schoolers cultural exams. That wasn't even, they didn't even provide that, but the money was paid. The schools are not getting what they need. The students are not getting what they need. So in this case, no, not free education, no. More boarding house, no. What do you want the students to do? How would the learning be? When will we get things together in Ghana? A bad day na ya na kwan so step by step get things straight. But me hweska na ya bobana sika na enye sika kuma in dollars. Ghana nso yendi dollars. Enso ye bibia ya no US dollars. And na mo nsesa currency na ni yendi dollars ni bi wo Ghana o. Ni ehun say ni US nyina abo the same standard. That is what we need to do, because can you bona kese uhwe ho kire ekoswa with the money na ya allocated for jobs to be done and get it done. Where is the money going? Slow, you can bring your contribution.
Because it's just you know, the help just give me some flashback on those days. I mean, when we used to go to a mass, we have this, you know, sometimes we have the same problem. And then mass at Chiwano, there's a factory of different grains. They deal with, you know, corn and those things. The 100% start. And now, yeah, boys say they say I want to need to be a bushing. At the end, I come first continue. Yeah, bushing. Some car bushing. Oh yeah. Really, in your song, Kakana. After cow now there, I hear you, Kakara, someone. They hear some of no, acting no, Kakara, we are fine. But a man and a neck cam. The second prefect neck cam. So sometimes in this sort of bucket, it could jab everybody was the same experience. Also, a man from those days, not a man, don't let you know so. And let them walk for. And this is only car. Then soon we back from the other from the yes. And then they have to. I just say, anybody or other. There's a young man. Yamaka back with us all the end fast to coach and some what miracle. Now can you imagine? So it repeated itself for weeks, even for 2 or 3 days. 7. My Mrs. Simona, that's our baby inside. How can that person control herself with this? As you have to school. Now I'm so happy for the old students, the 17 people. We just come over a idea. I think so many. I'm for the boys and the guy. I also said 330,000 dollars. What is like that? 5,000 dollars. $5,000.
Isn't that not even? Isn't that not more even cheaper than the V8? It's not much at all with them. And you know, I'm to talk V8. No more them. I'm to me first scanning call provided those things for the schools.
Some of the V8 started from 80 to 120,000.
Wow.
1 year. 80 to 120,000
dollars. So in your cities.
Dollars. It's imagine, sir. $80,000. Now they talk about $270,000. You are talking about $21,600,000. So if the government have to spend it on cars, the minimum, which is the basic SUV for one MP, all the 70 MPs, you're talking about what? $21,600,000 for one. And son of ministerial one, son of one. And then it will be about 2021 kind of base. The need 2020 crop so base because we're trying to call.
Sir?
Oh, that's a come. Yeah, 2021 banner will be 1918 year. That's we did 1918 banner. I think I form for a brand in parliament. Yes, already I feel a jam. I'm by a Kakakra born campaign. It is carried the mono. I want to take it to homophobia. I don't see a Kakrano May. Never for saying the 4 years more. And they all 2021 and all 2022 dear. It's very sad. On the more serious note, the government is wasting money on certain areas which it doesn't make sense. And at the point, baby are deeper yamwa. Baby are to man for yamwa. Baby are school for yamwa. Baby are country for yamwa. What would you swallow? Sorry, sanitation. While the border I say crackle, just a class 200 million, your man can 43 million. Kabala good grant. Scar and short of forecast of Guam. All this cars in a war, so I got a rooming and I will you. You can't prepare it. That's all the other. They have to take it to recycle. But we are watching all this to happen. And somebody is sitting over there, you will say, I used to open the hose so that the drainage and so the water will pass through. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Or a disgrace to the sitting government. That's sanitation minister, or a disgrace. She's a disgrace to the government. If nobody want to tell her,
so what is the need to have a sanitation minister whilst that country is still filthy and messy, filthy? Insuoto gutters are being choked, and then Puntujuma na wire when has she gone out, say wasisa nema, and then you community labor, let's go clean up the whole place. People don't do this. What's setting up recycle places? Because we say a lot of people want bottling water, plastic stuff, all introduce paper stuff, things that you can recycle. And I say Adefufa, what did she do in that past 4 years? Or saying deserve another 4 years of the same stuff.
Now, who is some minister? Let me say what is the job of AME? What's the job of KME?
I thought so. No, Babeli, do you want to do that?
Oh, were they not there? Were they not doing their job?
I don't think so. He did not them delivering it to know. Okay.
They hire people to clear the gutters.
Don't you think so? Also, a way to still have the corruption still continue?
Oh, so this,
so that is why we have that.
I know that you have to find job for somebody, to give somebody pocket, to put pocket in somebody's, money in pocket, somebody's pocket. I know you have this case will be able to. I know the doctor said, Minister of Police on the scar, you never went into any fantasy. Oh, why am I campaigning to fantasy? Well, that's as soon as this kind of climate into fantasy. I never want to get my pop. I don't know. What ever we have is car. Nipa to play in come back 5 penny disable. Tell papa you can the papa chow questions the breed what in the interior minister yeah
they are all the same.
The person was sassy was not old baby.
They don't answer the question asked. They don't.
What is a unit for a mass? Or say I don't know. What do you get to a mass production, mass and or say it was surprised to us in more? From where? And what to be the answer? You decided to say, what was the question? You decided to say, what is the rate? COVID, no. What is the number? What's it mean? And Mr. Chairman, as I test is here, the number is okay, fine. You don't run another money, so give us something. Oh, Mr. Chairman, you don't run another money, why? But I said, we need to be a couture. Yes. Also, we need. It's just a matter of saying, they know, sir, whatever they do, whatever they say, no, they're still going to preach them.
So they're still going to preach them.
Until my nigga can't pass, I said, I'm going to come back, I'm not telling you, I'm going to come. I don't know whether their man, no, I can't their man. But I mean, that is not right. Sometimes opposition, when somebody opposes you, it's not a wrong thing. Somebody opposes you to do the right thing. Somebody opposes you to open your eyes. Somebody opposes you to be on your feet. And no opposition behind the wrong. And no opposition behind the chest of people or town to attack. No. The person wanted to do the right thing. Sometimes, you see, we can say,
and I see them to be the same. Let's watch this video. So, near your shay, Groben so pa and a sadi we be sure. India, timber, nindiaka, and all those big trees. I ain't funny. And you're gonna know. And to obi. Men gas are buying because all the time about buying it, yeah. And they are not even doing what they're supposed to be doing. And the community honor and our school head now don't they have like a PTA, Parents Teachers Association in that school?
Yeah.
Can the parents do something? If the government is not providing, at least we're asking teachers to come and teach. So if each parent at least best sending a even say the kitchen table and stool no cry to go in the classroom to sit on and learn. Now where blogs obey than the crown of white was so. A crobben pa na sadia we be besiwum. I did the number one corrupt nation called Ghana, formerly known as Gold Coast. The coast, the gold, of course, the coast of gold.
Yeah, the coast of gold. Gold
you
coast.
know the value of gold. And so this is what your children get. Sending your kids to school to learn. Whoever put this video out there, if you can send information which district, school district, particular this is happening at, there has to be whoever is in charge there will be held accountable. The assemblyman, the DC, whoever is there, the ministers, mushe minimum some dia mama en kwasa school we bi. Na se school ni we kura na is this the way was say nkwala tena sesua de. Na we akwa na de dem pa no besua. This is not helping in modern day Ghana, and yes, say in the 1800s. So. And when I saw this video, I asked some of our older folks, when you're in school, was it like this? But na blog soon there? And the answer was no. So why should it be so now in modern Ghana? Set it in no month na blog so there. Why should it be so at this time? Eyamofe. Se party biti na party be there. No. Enkweye. I think it's about time we hold our leaders accountable. Starting from the president all the way down to all the ministries, to all the MPs, to whoever hold public office. We have to hold all of them, to all the assembly members, whatsoever. We have to hold each and every individual accountable of every position given you. I was someone accounted for. The youth of Ghanaians have to start holding these people, because the opposition is not doing enough, neither are the media doing enough. No. You have to hold them accountable. If I say holding them accountable doesn't mean going and fighting them or not respecting or not abiding by the laws. No. But yes, still, we have to hold them accountable. Of the position now, and always remember, if you are holding a position in our office, Biana, the people voted for you. They sent you there to work for the people. And so everything you are enjoying, is owned by the people. So why should the people suffer for you to enjoy? And the saying of Nkrumah saying, sir, blacks are capable of handling their own affairs. To me, I will say no. What blacks are capable of is being greedy, is being corrupt. It's managing what they think or they deem suitable to them, but not for the people. They are not fighting for anybody but themselves. Until say, nkwala ekɔ school nyinaa no obia benya akonwa paso atena benya good environment esua de ɛwɔ no, no leader should be given a V8 car. Until say all schools will get all the supplies they need, like water, electricity, everything that a student needs to be able to learn. No leader should be given a house. No leader should be given a free gas for their cars. No leader should be getting bonuses that they don't deserve. Until that time comes. And I'm putting this challenge out there to you, the president, Mr. President. President Nana Akufo-Addo. You have to see to it. Don't think, say, won't stand nibium. Until that is it. You do whatever you want, and just the 4 years will run by, and that's it. No. Yes, dimpa hunya. So if you want that dimpa to stay, that legacy to stay after you are no more in office, and for the people to praise you as the Rwandans are praising their president right now, you have to hold your people accountable. One more positions, you have to hold them accountable. For your governance to hold, you have to start holding them accountable. Don't be changing them in offices or bringing them to the office of the president without firing them and letting them answer for the damages they've caused to the state. You have to start that like right now, even before you even think of, because when you say why preparation, thinking of celebrating the 64 years, there is nothing to celebrate. I'll tell you that right now, and that for a fact. There is nothing. If I see kids sitting on blocks, cement blocks, in classroom to learn, and sometimes I see these teachers go on strike because they want more pay. And if you're a teacher, let's say if I'm a teacher and I'm being put in the class like that to teach the student, I will not do it until I see students sitting on proper equipment, proper chairs, proper uniform, getting fed. That is when I'll go in the classroom to teach. And the teachers have to stand up for the student, because in Kwalano Omuniano, Norma Kamomo. So akwala bi fa so ya ewe mu no di nyini wia, and then I be expect so no be ama nchiriba for no. It will be the same thing. There will not be change. It has to start from somebody. Someone has to start this initiative before a change will come. Slime me for time ni nyina ntibremu, because I am really upset seeing all of this.
Sky, in fact, I am losing. To say, Okasa, Nasa, Okasa, Tinti, Nensu, Nukranana, Yakan. Sky, Nana, maybe some Korana, be a mucho Mushandi. Can you so can you book your my first copy book?
Yeah, so this you are writing.
Now we block so much your better much writing.
That is the question I'm asking here.
Brought to some will try the emergency writing. And I'm not my first copy book into when will be my 5th copy book into then they say almost an album. I have very sad. I can imagine say until when and the quarter will be to my time brought so aqua or a CNT. For how long? How many hours in a week? I can imagine someone starting school class at 7:30. No, up to 2:30. Break from the home just an hour. Just calculate the hours.
6 hours, so 5 hours. 1 hour.
5 hours sitting on this block. I let China here. I don't touch it. Look at the teacher. Blackboard. I want to say the little piano. I want to do more. To do the teacher, you know what that one. And so what is a problem you will cry on the time. Oh my God! It's happening for 7 years. Like you said, no. Is there any DC over there? Is there any assembly over there? Is there any MP over there? Is there any minister? And that's what we do. And I put the baby or and I mind you or and I look to you or outside you in your room. And to be a and pray. That's a look at the Koran only I will fall. I said you are or papa to say okay, PTA be you. That's a PTA be you a crap. It will be to me so in winner. And father said, yeah. I got to DC and MP regional minister or
for all you know, they've done it and nothing. Nobody is helping them.
But
if me a teacher, what I've said, that is what I'll do. Continue.
Oh, you better. They will terminate your appointment. Baby, I
it shouldn't start with one teacher. It should start with all the teachers in that school.
Baby, I for about 3 months.
Now, even because the teachers are going to anyway, because that penny is backed.
Scott, Mr. Kala was said that would be one of the guys to tools. When judge the child between tools. Ghana, when you want to be on your feet to tell the truth and you are not prepared, please stop it. If you are not ready to go through the hardship, stop it. Because the kind of treatment you give them and you have one. See the Sub-Saharan crown promo physically. Make us physical power. Now what can I go music and be the class come away? Almost Cassandra can say the crowd. Yet it means my coffee got it Tom Silko Bobu to Kuam. This is the thing. They will kidnap them and let them disappear. So they want to make us a beam. Mafia politics is there, but in the end. What I say? In order to have your peace, you go to the right channel. Tell the better about it be an anchor. What I said, but wait here. We said this video have to be shown in the national TV. But with my Metro TV, my TV3, my other TV, and the video, somebody campaign almost sabotage.
Yeah. So what is so sad about the whole thing is the party supporters, those who put their life on the line for somebody that you've employed.
Mm-hmm.
You have employed them, all those leaders. The country have employed them, so the people voted them in, so you have employed them. Somebody that you have employed and put in charge of you. Even the corruption now, worse and worse. It's not getting better. It's getting worse and worse. When is there going to be a change? These supporters will support just about anything. Even in almost see a Janaim Bia or toilet or whatever, they will celebrate it and commission it. And then you see your trap as well. All that you are doing is cut. You cut. You even celebrate that.
Because our manifesto the moment, yes,
I don't know what manifesto.
I thought it's no manifesto.
We see no mind. MPP manifesto, so what? We see no mind is Canada see, and now what almost Canada see you. So you have to celebrate it for the party supporter to come and say the die-hard core to come and say this is what our party has done, this is what our government has done. So it's world celebration. And also no ya husika ya to hum party.
Umukati sonu wi anodo kai ma mo bi dra kasa obu wi a nesia kazu so ko dra radio sinye timeti o toilet ho toilet e kan da bi fa toilet grepa ya bu da bi e sebe ba ko ba ya ke kan kwase what si toilet bi dwa woni oka to wa anyi wani so ko twa manifesto the toilet asim that will come amamo abeti so. And you will abrakwara and this case that we are watching right now, some are lawyers,
they are the future of that nation,
some are teachers,
and so with this treatment,
some are engineers, scientists, nurses, medical doctors, and I never be a motive. I never be able to.
There has to be a change. Maybe lines now as we are going. So we are listening on the radio, we are on the Facebook or YouTube. You can call with your contribution with your ideas. With any question, don't hesitate. If you're within the US, with me after 303-800-6277, 303-800-6277, or outside US, submit me after your WhatsApp line +1-720-238-1489, +1-720-238-1489. Call with your ideas, with your contribution. On mining cost. So what our leaders are doing is not good, and we have to talk about this. We have to hold them accountable. Even with this recent vet and also with ministerial post in Akufo-Addo's second term, we were thinking of a change, but that change didn't come. It was the same people who has been in office before. All he did with them was just change positions, and some still maintain what they've done, and they can't even account for the past 4 years what they did, and there is nothing to show. Yes, still, Omar Betnaho to be vetted for another position. I want to compare Rwanda to Ghana. This country, yes.
We're confused, Pacho.
No, me, you're confused. I know what I'm talking about.
What is that growing me not to we're confused?
Why? Why so?
Because Adreni are different.
And you're the same skin color, people.
Skin color, yes, but Adreni.
So
different.
You mean the Ghanaians have black people with black cells?
Some Kuma statement now making my warm. And we are taking the opposite part of it.
They keep saying it can't be done, but it has been done.
Yes.
So it to me, I didn't Ghana into me.
Why? Because Adribia politics. The politician, the opposition party, and the other people, they are now on top of him.
Well, somebody might argue this president has been in office way too long. That's why he's been able to do what he's done. No,
that's a big lie. And you know, good years.
So that's why I said I want to start that comparison, and I will say, switching from that to democracy now, more Ghanaians, because it seems like we switch from frying pan to fire. Well, we are in the fire right now, and it's killing them. And yes, don't talk about it. Don't say anything. Obey before complain. What are we obeying to? We are obeying to corruption. We have let that become a norm and leading the people. We are obeying to bribery. We are bribing each other. We are not taking care of each other. But I do know the Bible said, do unto others what you have them do to you. But our leaders are doing the other way around and in reverse. So the country is going in reverse. That is what I see happening right now in Ghana. That is why I want to compare. When we compare the population of Rwanda to Ghana, Ghana air times 2 of that country. Yet compare GDP. They have a quarter of what Ghanaians have. Yes, though, this president of Rwanda has done his due diligence to his people. We're dealing away with corruption. Recently, in the police department, Wasake, about 300 policemen due to misconduct. Corruption, maybe misconduct. So, if you're not capable of that office, go home. Can you do that, Mr. President in Ghana, Akufo-Addo? Can you stand on your grounds and say no to corruption? Can you stand on your grounds, as in the former ex-president, George Rollins, even some of what he did in his administration, sacking some of the corrupt leaders that were with him to the extent of lashing them? Can you do the same thing? I'm not saying to beat them, because the beating won't change anything, but put them in jail, hold them accountable for the damages they've caused to the nation. Can you do the same? Sack them when they don't deserve to be in that office, when they are inflicting numbers that they are not supposed to be doing. Can you do the same? It will start from there. Dealing with this corruption has to start from you, Mr. President, holding your people accountable. The people didn't put you in that office. They didn't employ you for them to go through what they're still going through. There must be a change. To all the leadership in Ghana, there must be a change. So let's do this, compare and contrast this. So their population is a little over 13 million. Ghana population right now is a little over 31 million. And the GDP, almost there, as of 2019, was 10.35 billion. And Ghana is standing about $67 billion. This money that I'm saying are all in $1 billion. And so when we look at Africa, Ghana is number 9th in the richest in Africa. Yes, still, we are the number 1 to receive the free vaccine from India. We will have all the money to buy all the big things, to build big houses. Can't we have the money to do our own research, to provide for the students, to have better classroom with good equipment for the students, to have a better health care system, to have better roads? Some of our roads, Ghana, and any road signs. There are no speed limits. So the drivers just keep going. I need your reaction, Sly. I want us to compare. So let's compare these two countries.
The kind of power and the kind of free will.
Hold on for me, Sly. We have a call on the line. Let me let them through. Hello, Maba for your one.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Maba. Aquaba for your one. Mr. Udin baby are free.
I am from the Kiamikasa Free Parker.
You mean about Mr. Banenko?
My boy, so the media, the Bia, honest like Moody. So the Bia, modern no colonel. It's so baby. Now, I kaka meka found say, say, young Ghana for no. Say, Obi your papa. Now a house. Because your papa at all who say, Bia, you or crash and inside. Because say Obi bedi or mampenia. Say now say almost fat Obi a whisker. Because uniska only like on say almost around the stress for funds near the other. You know, or the ministerial position near the other now more money. Almost bored. I want a campaign when your mind this obey Hieska. You know, say Nipano saw a yapon a crampa wouldn't mean can
So obia boawa, that is a point of view, right? So obia boawa or your bonia untumi nyini fit that post, right?
Untumi because say unim say wa boa and na wa boa so a odi be ye de na me boa o na me ye say na me ye say. E was say sad no Ghana for mu jai because wa boa obi a no ntre say nipa no crash won sa. Inti na was say no say bi o mo be pa obi o wo ska. Sikani na so no be wuru ni o man no na ndie obi antimi o say because onu ana di sika ye nti say wo ye bibia onu atimi ka ne boso asem chewa na so otimi ka wanim but because say wa boa ni nti no wontimi mfa ayi say wontimi nkoka na nimu sa anya say onu so be kwa ye ku bi etia wa na say bibi all in the name say wa boa nti hono de o say Ghana for mu change constitution ne kakra mane ye obi o whisker me the margin
yo me you better was it why you chere and you can so no eto asumu ye and I me gidi say ye nuanu mo wo Ghana etie this changes will be done yeda was no mre cuz what here for you one bye bye. Right, Sly. Me hear reaction to Asoma Yenuaba Kai before I transfer from there.
Asoma kind of this and kind of crepa. Let's look at the politicians in Europe and politicians even in this country. Bremi Kasimi said, in this country, before you become a senator or a president for a certain party, your job is not to waste money, but to raise money.
Yeah.
And the nipa na oye no, as I said, o raise fund big, irrespective of say nipa na babaye minister, babaye senator, na so be president. As I said, wo this capital ho. Say babaye, you know, make that power no. Scam na raise here for my campaign. But you put a obi e bebe bia no. So kakra bi wo ha wo dini nya kwa campaign diska baba wo ba obetene ka wo be ya djuma obetene ka and then the first and the second year ni there obi kwa bi third year say nya me ari aduma na akwesha penya ministerial position bi anaso akwesha committee bi so ana wa ko ba bi a ska bi be pina ya MP ne nko ade a and 4 years mu no because ska bi no man 4 years on Ontinika no the biara won the kwa the biara so no ame kwa the biara so so but which is bad enti adia to say the aka na dey ska saka possible pa dia kana kaye nipa no ba wo ni bibidi hwa me ka say doing president for time na mitie on my FM and then he was talking about contract being honored to the opposition party, which is some of the NDC contractors. Now he was talking about what will be the MPP, no members in the Quran or contract with them, and then he was using himself as an example. He was using himself as an example. So no contract be a year or be a farmer, but the NDC. Even a NPP can. Because some people heard them before they came to power. A be is cap, a be a tie, a be a India, a be all kind of ways. I don't know about the power. This guy, so why would this guy betting? I make us a officer, the next father, tell us you for the
yeah.
It will for the scarf on the Sansa Kakra, or for the Ataka to Jack or say to Tuna.
Why not?
Scapa.
Seriously, this is the problem. This is the problem maybe before war.
Let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
Typical example. During President Kofor time, or Tesono, we all witnessed, we heard, said the back at a short time was civil hotel.
Yeah.
And then it came to the point say, or the Omanisi Kanaye, the TN said the Bano area cost or consulto baggy and will make him fun. and with the toy. Let's look at this thing. When the Kufuor was in power, na Edan na wo. Ebeka 2 years ama Kufuor free so Edan na wo. I say the banner ton Onyam faso to aton Edan.
Waton dine.
Oh, Waton Hotel.
Interesting.
Waton Hotel. Why? Because there will be an investigation.
When he's no
more
in power.
When he's no more in power. And if he still hold on to this property, now you're telling me free, sir, it will want to get your money back and let it go. The same thing in the Huni needs. If the government come to power, no go for we get a lot of projects. A lot. How can I just help you? For 4 years, other will sit down there for. We'll sit down there 5.
Yes, every year.
We'll sit down
back, right?
We'll sit down with the crew. We'll sit down.
Every year, be sit down back, right?
And then all the MPs be on your contractor, no business aside the MP job. So on your contractor or your businessman aside the MP job.
You know what?
It's what you are. You won't even see it. You won't even know.
I need
because I can't do that.
I need you to compare those two countries a little bit before I wrap up for the day. Rwanda and Ghana.
Ska, ana me catch you. Almost send nipa amomoko kromo. Why that country is developed. Why things are in order. Your smart committee.
Yeah, and also cry Ghana are buying who's got to do that.
And I remember some were council of state, some were pastors, some were, leaders from different communities. Research by the information great president was I say the ejuma. That is why because I get ejuma. And the what you say is totally based on accountability.
Yeah.
What do people do as Chinese say scarafa? Nisasa problem wako. No. Problem wako fiasi. Some business can one confiance with Japan to place the money.
So would you say yeah, so would you say he's an example of a good leadership?
Yes.
So should Nana Akufo-Addo learn from him?
I won't yeah.
No, that would be good. But in other way around, I've heard an audio interview with one of the reverends that were designated to go to Rwanda, and the things that he's going to say. It's a very long audio, so I'm not going to play that today. But I'll keep bringing portions of it as the month in the new month go, whilst Ghanaians are getting ready to celebrate their 64 years of independence, which I don't see anything to show for that 64 years. All that I can say that I show right now is corruption, which being number one. So that is why I'm naming Ghana the number one corrupt nation on earth. It's the number one, whether you like it or not. Until the change comes, that is when that will be lifted. It's the number one corrupt nation because it has become a norm, and everybody have accepted it from the top to the bottom. Nobody abide by the law. But if we hold the people accountable, starting from Mr. President, working all the way down, this will change. So, but this man came to Ghana when President Akufo-Addo in his first term as a president, or introduced free SHS. In Rwanda, the education is free until middle school. High school, or subsidized and mom. And he came to learn how Akufo-Addo to me idea. So if or no credit to me how much more you? What is your reaction on that slide?
Ghanaians ministers and people, you are very arrogant and proud. Let me tell you, in all African continent, Ghana and Ghana as a whole, you feel such all the other countries. It to us to swallow our pride and to go down to seek information or somebody's ideas and to implement.
So, Osma dignitaries to go and learn, or have they implemented this?
Oh, I'm not sure. But see, it's a matter of time, waste of money, and waste of resource. They won't do anything about it, and they will never do anything about it.
Wow.
How many years in it? How many years of this research you buy? How many buy? What they put said? Just one paragraph from the Ayajuma. And all the book, report on it talk about bribery and corruption, it talk about accountability, it talk about how people have to be dedicated.
Yeah. And law abiding.
Law abiding people. It talk about the organ. We see for somebody buy information sample for the researcher. So book on the buy crown. You taught you, baby.
Yet, that's where you're right.
Oh, very nice. MPP beba, DC beba, CP beba, PNC beba. One the same people, the same thing, the same mentality, the same understanding. They say there won't be any change. Why? Because one you saw the change, beba. They will fight against you. Even within your own party, they will fight against you. They will try to bring you down. What is very bad, what is very poor. Oh, and the only idea, as I said, we should adopt a new ideas from different people. It doesn't matter you are in charge or not. So far as somebody's idea now, what they are who said, I do not one. Even when you be that one, just put it in a try. Yes, so you should be before from here. You get before from. Now say that they are saying this guy a poor mine from. You should be before from here. A bad boy.
Yeah.
That be around here to my before now the camera with Jim Sikasa. The Jews Kasa and your Joe tax. Say I pure water for tax in us, pure water.
Wow.
Pure water. Oh, Naka. There's any panel you see, I didn't tax. I know you're getting tax and we say so also the tax nation. The man just sort of pure water one seed, one seed. I know. I can technically can be, I can say, I go 80 cents.
Okay.
70 cents. But because of tax nabishim taco and bagani, we some of we Ghanaians, we don't see it that way. But I say who's a semi panel or yes, our production, pure water production. What plastic no toy, tax that's so. Power now, energy now we use tax that's so. Machine now we use tax that's so. Woman what you offer workers now man or go out with your snake no one. And all this money, always the consumers are people who suffer. The last resource in suffer because I know now you put that in there, or your mass production, or your kumwa, better. But the point is that who you should know about and there be a boca. And I believe, sir, it's high time the government have to focus a normal free one. They have to put into practice
and implement it.
At least just one to deal with accountability. If we start from accountability, the number of income a bit generate to a minimum. I have a friend. He went over to Okoyika Honda Pilot. I have a picture of a Honda Pilot. Just a Honda Pilot. One Honda Pilot. He spent $12,000.
What?
I'll say yes. More picture of her.
For what?
Honda Pilot. $12,000.
What is that for?
What the GCnet and Kwan, GCnet Scout or GCnet and Kwan. He paid. Hold on. GCnet Skakakano. GCnet Skakakano. He paid $54,000.
This is Fire One Radio, where the truth matters.
GCnet Kakana Uchian, Sky New. GCnet. He paid $54,000. For GCnet. Sky Uchia with GCnet Okakra Uchia 54,116.41.
Wow.
Ska okutua band no. Ansana shipping line. Ansana kapua charges. Ansana agent fee. Ansana current 1 fee. Into we are no about $12,000. Documents in it.
Yeah, oh, there's Sunny Bremen next week. Bet to me,
yes.
For
just for one car. One car. Oh, give it to me. So my car. Be quite kind and I said, yeah, I mean for my terminal. Look at the amount you have to pay. And so I ask you 54,000. A mobile 30 and after 40,000 could be good.
So in this case, now all those VA SUVs, those giant are buying other banner, buying into taxes, Anna.
I don't know. I would jam my
on your more minor.
That's all mine is 7 baby. No, I'll go jam my mine as I would do. Ska. What jam on mine, not come on a hassle. If we let another one, the sister checking.
Wow,
sister checking.
We are citizen now more to our mind the people to work for the country, you know, you do these duties.
Now
you man or no the duties for what they are going to work with now. That is not fair.
Even the MPs no problem cast number or that ban. Some ladies be a while we free so. The MPs
they are personal cars.
Personal cars, ladies you free so. Oh, sir, doing this, Lawrence time, now back president before time there, but because they got those days. Now I have a friend, he's a teacher. The government workers, they were giving them some levies now, who they car be by no be free so, like doctors, like teachers, like nurses, like public services. Yes, I know free for all that it takes. So you have your TIN number. What do TIN number no then? New way use some ladies surface. So even some pastors cry no moment because 2005 one Roman father be Obahasi and I'm saying after Bibiana Roman for no at all Nizam Burano man and he was in dinner and then he was saying said I see being a Catholic okay he let me free someone which was good.
Yeah, at least that is good. But the citizens know what is the government doing, because I know in Togo or wherever they have like Freeport, and I'm not saying do it free. That is not what I'm saying. But it seems like Obi Shipoka Ba I said, so what is the sense of bringing the car in the first place?
You go to Nigeria. I have a Nigerian friend I work with. He's a car dealer too. Or the 2013 Mercedes-Benz C25, C250, or the Honda, or the Lexus RS 350, or the cars Makuma 4, and a share contain them, and or the personal goods to car home. He paid only for container near car for no with the container meaning. He said he paid $8,000, almost $9,000. And then with that, he was even complaining. Why? Because now it's Christmas. A year Christmas in Tino. And now the cost of one pack and man price in the course. The boy officer was mocker.
Etienne Kagana and Kobetu saying.
Forecasting. Even just the Mercedes Benz, you're talking about $13,000.
What?
Oh, yeah.
For one.
For one Mercedes, you know what $13,000. I want to call the standard basic requirement. You know, laws just the basic. What you have $12,000, what you have $54,000 in the equivalent of almost $10,000. And so now go over to change. Now what for Mercedes about? I'm not sure what himself a German engineer and a go with 2
right. I go there and idea, sir. It's me, Mama, find out come and sorry so for it.
Ya Cassania Cassacha ban. In fact, I said the Jedruno. Young from Swatch, so mine. Ya brave once a man said the Nipabi and the Dimatu from one, said it, and by a queen. That said, you see, can you see the power move one? Well, move one about the senior mambo.
No.
enti sɛ yɛntimi afa yɛ anam nsisi yɛ ni emu yɛ ho ni yɛ atoto no ma yɛ wɔn mu fra mɔnti no sɛdeɛ wɔyɛ ho no saa no behu yɛ na saa no yɛ bɛfa so enti sɛ no wa yɛ no ma no sɛ aba no amboa temamufo amamɔ ntimi antima kreti bibia mfiri mu sika yɛbɛ agoforo bo hu sɛ ahia na nso ahia agya na da na yɛntimi mfa ko wiasa mo no ne koko cassava plantain anka amango ɛdeɛ oba so ayi so a ɛdeɛ na yɛntimi mfa gold bauxite bibia na bi anya ya bro yɛsɛ yɛmpanifo emradu sɛ mo sesa ma gɛn na mo mmoa kakra na mo de ɔma na konkoaso makyɛ te mmerɛyi sɛ deɛ yɛ papa akufo de kaayɛ sɛ ɔbɛma ɔma na kɔ n'anim no ɔnyɛ saa no nti famra na obi yɛ fonso so a ɔma ne nkɔ saa ska de mo na nipa ɛka no na de aniguase ba twena so sɛ wɔn twena so kora no a fa nipa ni gyina baabi na ma ɔma ne hu sɛ nipa wɔ yɛ fonso sɛ di atoto na no nipa hu sɛ ni sɛ nti na nipa ne yɛ saa sɛ ne papa kofo bae no ka wo yɛ ni minister yɛ yi a we be you am adi nti na seksawi e fa won sase me fi sɛ ne sɛ ska ba ma o mana kɔ yini no man ne be gyina na so anya ne sade a sɛ de bia yɛ kasa no wan hwe a na mfa so amaso na me hyira obi bia na o mo e ho ban free covid-19 no na me sɛ o max no ma ne kata wa no onsa no sɛ de yɛ nya fitafo de bia me ka ho asɛm ohoro nsa ansa no wodi wadua ne gari na nyame ebe hyira obi bia nyame mo adasa na yɛ be hyira
you many everybody yada wase no umre all the time wabrekra na you still have this job and you don't want it just for the betterment of the country na nyame sure Ghana for yenin samo efini doso cleanliness is next to godliness Ghana for sum nyame pa enso efini doso bola no eye too much e was here to me cleaning ye fear mu. What I'm seeing, the pictures and the videos, we can do better as people in this nation. Don't wait for the government. The government has nothing good to offer you. Get up yourself, clean your neighborhoods, clean all the trash, and train sense you to now the ball gum sense you ni fanko. Insione fanko baby ya. Ebeko asanya bahabi kumwa or in that same neighborhood. So please. Kaisa wu hwe agunsuo mu baabi no unu e bi tie ase ho baabi e bekwa ko disturb no think twice and so we hwe bola agunsuo a yesnim we should keep our streets clean and to our government and to our leaders bad leadership that is what we're saying you've been deemed the #1 corrupt on the surface of the earth start cleaning up. From all the offices, we have too many ministers in Ghana. And all they do is to squander the money. Nothing more. They don't do anything to help the country. Not for the people. Not in even the constituents they are coming from. They are spending the country's money. Start holding them accountable. And there'll be peace and blessing for all. That's what we're seeking. Yamin sure be biara or dinimre eto ho behwe yen betie yen Yamin shramo wa mu friends Yamin shramo all the guys in Ghana in the media and no more helping Fire One Yamin sure be biara ye woda sende media ne sika mo fidie no all the time and Fire One on the radio you can hear us Modern Ghana Shortcast Simple Radio we are there and listen to the radio all the time we love you all and stay blessed.
Praye we back one bo ukabo momudo Ghana mae yenyina ye back one yo Asafara bisada disika papa na ye wo my Ghana adofo mo my yanka mo na yenya uto